Hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is Nexo, and I just wanted to share with you a couple of tips when it comes to keeping a consistent eating healthy habit and all that. Like we right now we live in a really fast-paced world, and it's all about getting food really fast. People trying to get to their jobs. People don't have time to cook, especially every day. People with kids, people with two jobs, people with three jobs. It becomes it can become quite difficult. And what I can tell you is that what actually helped me was basically four tips that I will be sharing with you on this video. The number one tip was planning ahead. There's a saying that says that if you don't plan ahead, you're plan to fail. And what I mean by planning ahead is basically this. If you're not 100% spontaneous, which there's not many people that are 100% spontaneous. What I mean by this is that you just don't wake up on a Friday morning and say, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Greece and I'm leaving right now and buy a plane ticket and go," unless you're a very successful person and you make your own schedule and you make a lot of money. You could do that, but most of us don't. But whenever let's say you're going to plan a trip, you have to research where you're going to stay for how many days. You're gonna be looking for discounts. You're gonna be planning your plane tickets. You're gonna be wanting to maybe leave at night or in the morning. There's all sort of details that you try to sort out in advance. Because you want to make sure that the trip flows efficiently. You make good decisions on where you're going to stay and all that, and even more so if you're traveling with your spouse or your kids, etc. So my advice to you is that when it comes to your food, when it comes to the food that you're going to put in your body, you want to you want to get to a point where basically you're planning ahead for that too. Especially if you're doing a health and fitness journey, either you're trying to lose weight or get toned up, or maybe you're working towards trying to stop drinking some medication for high blood pressure, or maybe you're working towards not needing insulin anymore. Whatever the goal is, eating healthy is going to help you get there way faster. And so you have to make it a priority and plan ahead to be able to eat healthy. So planning ahead is basically that. So one thing that I used to do back when I was working on my other job, probably about a year ago or so, it was that I what I did was that I picked out one day of the week, 2 or 3 hours, and I will plan out everything that I will eat during the following week. So I will cook a lot of food. I will cook a lot of eggs. I will cook a lot of salmon. Grass-fed steaks, stuff like that. Prepare salads in advance. So like every day, I will have at least 2 or 3 meals that I could take with me to my job, or if I was gonna be anywhere, I could take them with me, and it was all set. Which goes back into conjunction with my other tip, which is basically get a cooler. But and that actually helped a lot because I really didn't have the time to cook every day. It was not gonna be possible. And ideally you want to eat as fresh as you can, especially if you're gonna be heating your stuff in the microwave. But you gotta work with what you have. So you're better off eating from microwave food than eating fast food. So that's what I did. And then there were nights that breakfast I would do is that I will prepare my breakfast in advance. Like I mean, for instance, the Shakeology takes care of my breakfast. Now I typically take Shakeology post workout. So sometimes what I do is that I prepare my breakfast in advance. But if it's not about not having the time, it's about making the time. So that will be basically my first tip is just plan for ahead of time. My second tip will be I already mentioned to get a cooler, and it could be either a cooler or a thermal storage container. Basically, when you're traveling and stuff, you can bring your foods with you, and you choose to keep them warm or cold, and you have them with you, wherever you go. So you know, it's always good to also prepare in advance. If you're at a job that, the hours sometimes come unexpectedly, or sometimes there's a lot of holdups, and you end up spending more time in the job than you thought you would. You have your food with you. You're prepared. Um, so a cooler and also a thermal storage container is a very good are very good tools to have. My third tip would be to get a set of storage bowls. Different sizes so that you can store different things. For salads, I recommend using bigger bowls because, like, one thing, for instance, if I'm in a rush, like, I could go ahead and put some salad in a bowl, put some olive oil, some balsamic vinegar, some Himalayan salt, some garlic, and maybe a little bit of avocados and nuts, and I just put the tap on and just shake it, and it's all mixed up and ready to go. But storage bowls, you can store anything. So storage bowls are a really good thing to have with you, and get them at Walmart or Sam's or Costco's. Whatever whatever makes you happy. So, and then my last tip would be to do research. What do I mean by research? Well, this is the reality. You have to embrace the fact that all the time you won't be able to eat the food that you prepare on your own. There's gonna be times, especially if you have a very busy schedule, where you're going to have to eat out. Now, when you eat out, we all have a choice. People say, "Oh, that place had only this, and I had to eat that." And for the most part, a lot of places have healthy alternatives. And what I encourage people to do is that do your homework. Do research on the restaurants in your area. You know, um, Talk to the chefs. When you go to a restaurant, you call in the chef, have them chat with you. You give them a compliment first, and then spend some time talking to them as far as where the ingredients come from, and all that stuff. And you'll be surprised, like, restaurants typically have a standard method of preparing food, but you're there and they want your business. So if you talk to them, if you talk to the waitress or the actual manager, you say, "Hey, this food, can you actually make it this way? I'm just trying to watch what I eat and stuff like that." And for the most part, they'll do it. And if a place really doesn't do it, maybe it's a place that you shouldn't be there. So, but do your research. Research in advance. The foods that they have, how they prepare it, and all that. And whenever they say sautéed or breaded or fried, those are things that you want to stay away from. You want to go for grilled or steamed and stuff like that. So those are keywords that they want to look at the menu. But this is all basically about meal planning for success. Meal planning for success. You do meal planning, you will succeed. So those will be basically my tips. I hope you get a lot out of them. And if you want to share with me if you have been able to apply any of these tips, or if you are currently applying them, or you're thinking about it, just let me know. You can reach me on my Facebook, facebook.com/HIHANEXAL. And I'm here for you. Answer any questions you have. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. You have an awesome day, and God bless. Bye bye.